Happy holidays.
You can see what we're singing.
Happy
No
holidays.
singing.
I don't know the rest of the words, so lucky you.
I don't even think that's the song.
Da, 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 da. It is. It's a real song.
Welcome
I'm
to
really
the
sad that I don't know all the words.
Not So Perfect Christmas podcast.
Yep. Have we ever had a perfect Christmas?
Pretty close.
I wonder if you're thinking of the same one I'm thinking of. Well, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to say which one we think it was. 1, 2, 3, Hawaii. Oh.
But that was because we created an experience, and
We let the
first.
kids. Yeah, we let the kids pick what we were going to do.
We got there first. We scoped everything out. We had a conference call with our kids. This is when they're older, of course. And we told them, all right, you guys are in town for 6 days. Typically, you like to, on our previous vacations, the kids would just want to veg. They'd be tired. They'd sleep in. They want to veg by the pool and do nothing. That was kind of their idea of fun. And then we'd like try to cram everything in the last few days. Like, oh, let's hike to these waterfalls. Let's go here. And we always had most fun the last few days. So on this trip, I told the kids, I was like, there's all kinds of really cool stuff here we can do. Or do you guys just want to veg? And if you want to veg, there's a pool here. You can totally veg, but mom and I are going to be doing this shit every day.
Yeah. So they decided to do it with us. That was so. It's funny we were talking about doing this episode about surviving the holidays. We're like, God, I mean, how many years ago was that we switched gears? Like at least 10 years ago, when we were like, well, we'll be leaving for Christmas for the rest of our lives.
We were escaping these family rituals that were all stressful.
Well, and I think they were stressful. There was drama, family drama, there was tension, there was weird, whatever, just family stuff that we decided to bag out on, I guess.
There's all the gifts and the
We're
shopping,
kind of
and
quitters, I guess, really.
we aren't. Well, we just said, look, from now on, we're just going to go somewhere warm for Christmas, and that's going to be your Christmas gift.
Yeah, that's what we said to the kids. And do we really celebrate Christmas with anybody else? I mean, we don't usually buy gifts for anyone else or receive gifts from anyone else. We're not, do we? Not really.
I don't know. We're not big on the whole exchanging of gifts and giving each other more shit thing. I mean, I feel like everybody already has a lot of shit, and I'm the worst person ever to buy gifts for, because if I want something, I just go get it.
You are the worst person to buy
I
gifts
just get
for.
it on Amazon. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get you that for your birthday. I'm like, oh, it's already on the way.
Yep.
So anyway, we'll give some like pajamas or some clothes if they need them, but for the most part, we're not big on the whole gift swapping thing. We're big on creating an experience and having that time together and making a good quality time if we can. So that doesn't mean that everybody else has to be that way. I mean, Christmas is a huge deal everywhere, and most people celebrate it the traditional way.
Yep, with their families.
Yep, and I don't really have any issues with that whatsoever.
No, I don't either.
But I will toss out one small piece of advice, and that is
this based on experience?
Yeah, don't put too much pressure on getting the exact gift, and I mean, if everybody just, I see that a lot. People are like, oh, this is the perfect gift, and then they build their expectations up that the person they're giving it to is going to think it's the most incredible thing that's ever happened to them in their life, and so sometimes they're let down by building themselves up for an expectation or a reaction that may not come. So don't do that. And
did that happen today?
What do you mean?
Well, you bought me those boots, and I was like, well, they don't fit quite right, and I'm probably going to have to send them back.
For maybe a flash second, but
yeah. When you took them out of the box, I was super excited.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, gifts are just stuff, so don't get too caught up in whether or not it's the perfect gift or not, whether you got what you wanted. And if you and your wife are struggling as to what to get each other, Our advice is just don't get each other anything. You don't have to spend that money.
Well, and you could do things. I mean, I remember like back in the days when we had nothing, and I remember making little coupons for you that were like one free back rub or one free. Well, I probably put blowjob on there.
I don't remember ever getting a blowjob coupon.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I would still have it probably.
You would have saved it this long,
I would have
or you would
stolen
have
it back from
you
you
would
and
have
kept
tried to
reusing
keep
it.
using it. No, but I did little coupons that were like favors that I would do for you. Mow
Yeah.
the lawn, take out the garbage, I think, kind of stuff.
No.
I did that for somebody.
Oh.
Maybe it was an old boyfriend besides you.
Oh boy. Well, don't get too caught up in the pressure of the holidays. You got some time off. Enjoy the family. Enjoy just watching, I don't know, the kids caught up in the spirit. But don't let them turn into little materialists on you either. That was really good. I think we should end the podcast right there.
You do?
No, that's terrible.
I was thinking about when we used to go to the, getting all the gifts ready and getting everything together and then, getting the kids dressed up and getting them to the grandparents' house for whatever we were doing and forgetting a lot to set the intention of being joyful, being present with each other through the whole holidays, right? Just you're so overwhelmed with all the things that you have to do, and I think it's hard even for parents especially, but even as a couple, to remember that to take time out just to be with each other in
It's the greatest gift.
fury the fury that the holidays can bring.
Yeah. What else we got?
Oh, I need to find some readers. I need to find a
Advanced
team.
reader team.
Yeah, I need to find an advanced reader team for our book, honey. So if you are listening to this podcast and you like reading books about relationships and would be interested in being in our advanced reader team, please send me an email, sam@biggerlove.com, and we'll get you on our team. We'd love to have you.
Yeah. You know what else is since you have time off work, and the kids are all running around and you're wrapping gifts and hiding gifts, you can always close the bedroom door and tell the kids not to bother you because you and mom are wrapping presents. It's a little sly way to get a little sexy time in if you got small ones.
Hmm. Our kids would have been like trying to look under the door to see if they could see the presents, but yeah,
You just put a roll of wrapping paper under against the door.
smart. As long as the door is locked, which a lot of people's bedroom doors don't lock.
Yeah. And you may want to get out like a piece of wrapping paper and just like have sex on it so kids hear the paper crinkling.
That's the best advice I've ever heard.
Yeah. All right. So we got sexy time. We got don't get too hung up on the gift thing. And we have be present. We have enjoy.
Set intentions.
Yeah. There's also a tendency, I think, on the holidays to go to a lot of boring parties and just eat because you're bored. I do that.
Really?
Well, I like food. All those parties always have so much food.
I like food too.
Yeah.
So you're telling people to watch what they eat or what
You don't have to get fat over the holidays. That's all I'm saying.
you can
Well, a lot of
instead.
people set that intention. They're like, oh, after the holidays there's just too much food around. I eat too much. But you're basically setting the intention to eat too much at that point. I made it through
Or
Thanksgiving
you're
without.
allowing yourself the grace of enjoying food for this time of the year
Yeah, it's one or the
when
other.
there's a lot of great food around.
True. What's your favorite Christmas food besides Irish sausage?
Well, that's kind of a year-round thing, isn't it, honey? What is my favorite Christmas food? Well, we always had crab. Oh, that's actually we had that on New Year's. I like the king crab or the Dungeness crab we had on New Year's.
Yep. We've did it 4 years in a row, 5 years in a row, I think, where I make my own pho. Some people pronounce it pho, but that's wrong. It's technically pronounced pho,
Which is
Pho.
what, for the people don't
It's a
know?
Vietnamese noodle soup that is one of the most yummy things on the planet. And if you ever get a chance to go to Vietnam, which I highly recommend, they actually serve it for breakfast there. It's served at every meal. I ate it the whole time I was over there, but I like to make my own. And the kids and our nieces and all really liked it. And so, and then we always did a New Year's crab tradition in this. So we started mixing pho in there also because crab isn't really a great meal by itself.
Or it gets really expensive if you're trying
Yeah.
to fill everybody up on
And
crab.
then the kids actually really loved it because it was the one time a year they could swear because we were having the Pho King crab party.
Yep.
It was we never really had the shirts made up, but
it's never too late.
If you want to watch your kids giggle, have your own Pho King crab party.
Yep.
All right. Well,
I never got to say what my favorite Christmas food was.
You just said crab.
But that's for New Year's.
Oh. You like cookies.
I do like cookies, but I don't.
Christmas cookies suck.
Yeah, I don't. I like the spritzes that my granny used to make. They're basically like shortbread.
Oh.
I like those a lot.
Gotcha.
I don't like the sugar cookies or any of that.
I like ham. With like
lots of
mustard or something.
Mm-hmm.
Spicy mustard and ham. That's good.
Guess we're gonna have ham this year, huh?
Yeah, this podcast is I feel like we've given people so much to think about that,
that we should send them off, tell them to go use their
yeah, it is the holidays.
It's the holidays. We don't have a lot of they don't have a lot of time to waste listening to this podcast.
Yeah, be patient with each other though. Their stress can sometimes, the holidays can just bring on their whole stress of their own sometimes. So
family stress, couple stress with the kids.
Yep. Kids aren't in school, they're home, everybody's running around, it's the holidays, you got to go here, you got to go there. Whose family are we going to this year? We went to your family last year,
A lot of negotiations.
Yeah. Anyway, we hope y'all get through it and have
with
an
grace
absolute
and love
wonderful
and beauty.
Holiday.
Yeah, happy holidays. Sending love from our family to yours.
Bye.
Bye.